The 6 o'clock news starts right now.
And that cold Arctic air still hanging around San Antonio today. Temperatures in the city got as low as 16 degrees.
And we are in for another cold night, another hard freeze expected. Let's get you right to meteorologist Mia Montgomery.
Yep, it is going to be another night to make sure that all of those hard freeze preparations that we were taking yesterday are done yet again. Bringing the pets inside, making sure that sensitive plants are covered, bringing in those potted plants, of course, protecting your pipes, turning off sprinkler systems. That's a big one. And of course, keeping everybody as warm as they possibly can be. Earlier this afternoon, some of us were able to climb just above that freezing threshold. For others, we struggled a bit, but we did find plenty of sunshine. Winds are starting to come down compared to the gusty conditions that we saw earlier this morning, where wind chill values, those feels like temperatures, were down in the single digits and even some below zero. You can see not quite that bad here this Friday evening, but temperatures now dropping below that freezing mark officially here in town. 29 over at the airport, feeling more like 21. Feels like 19 degrees up in Kerrville in the hill country, 32 degrees the actual air temperature over in Hondo. But yes, we are expecting another hard freeze through the overnight hours tonight, waking up to temperatures in the upper teens and low 20s in and around the San Antonio area. Into the afternoons, though, we're going to start to see those numbers climb above freezing as early as tomorrow, but we still do have a few more freezes in that forecast. We'll get you a full look at what we're expecting over the holiday weekend in just a few, guys.
Thank you, Mia. Things are back to normal for members of the Bandera Electric Cooperative. This after experiencing rolling outages for nearly 12 hours due to an equipment failure at one of its substations.
That piece of equipment served over 1,400 homes. And so when that equipment failed, we tried to shift those homes to a different substation.
John Padalino with the Bandera Electric Cooperative tells us when they tried to move those customers impacted to a different substation, the system got overloaded. That resulted in rolling outages for customers while crews tried to repair the failure and reset the system. He said this actually could have happened at any time.
But I kind of compare this to getting a flat, getting a nail in your tire and getting a flat tire. Sometimes you just can't predict for that thing. And it's like Murphy's Law that it happens on a really cold night.
Now, the good news is the power was mostly restored to those who were impacted by about 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Meantime, SAWS says it has responded to over 1,000 calls for frozen pipes today. So SAWS reminding everyone this evening to let your faucets drip slowly. Open cabinet doors that have plumbing inside to allow heat to circulate. Cover and insulate any outdoor pipes you have and turn off those sprinkler systems. You heard Mia mention that's a big one. If you need advice on how to properly cover your pipes, you can find how-to videos at saws.org. And a reminder for anyone who needs a warm place to stay during this cold snap. There are 7 warming centers open across the city and Bexar County, and VIA is offering free rides to get there. Be sure to bring any medications you need, clothes, blankets, other supplies. In Bernie, there is also a warming center open until Monday. It's at the Patrick Health Public Library. It's open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then the city of Lytle has a warming center at the Lytle Community Center. That is open from 6 to 8 o'clock tonight. We have all this information at KSAT.com.
Taking a look at other stories we've been following this Friday, human remains. That is what someone came across in southwest Bexar County. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says a human skull was discovered in a wooded area on some property located off of Loop 1604 near Pugh Road. BCSO says someone was driving along Loop 1604 when cargo fell out. When they stopped to pick it up, that's when they discovered the skull. The sheriff's office hasn't found any other human remains in that area. Search crews and cadaver dogs are being used to find any other clues like jewelry or other human bones. Detectives telling Sheriff Javier Salazar the skull looks like it has been exposed for quite some time. For now, those remains are being held by the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office.
Looks like the skull's been sitting out here for a while. It is possible that the person died right there and the bones were scattered elsewhere by animals, or heavy rains, maybe they kind of sunk into the ground. That's one of the things that we're looking for. Or it's possible that they died elsewhere and that skull may have been carried here by something like a coyote or a dog.
Now, the sheriff says they will be comparing the teeth in the skull to dental records of known missing people. You often hear stories about investigators identifying remains when we cover stories like this, but it is a very big challenge. If you scan the QR code right there on your screen, you can get a better understanding of how it's all done. The KSAT Explains team got a rare look inside the Bexar County Medical Examiner's office this year and found out how they identify those remains when there are very few clues to go on. That story available on demand right now.
San Antonio fire officials are still investigating the cause of an early morning house fire. This fire happened on Brasswood Drive. That's near Vance Jackson and Loop 410 on the northwest side. The San Antonio Fire Department says the home had no smoke detectors. We're told there were people and animals inside the home, but no injuries reported here, and no word yet on what caused that fire.
Tonight, we now know the name of a man who was killed in a stabbing over on the northeast side earlier this month. The Bexar County Medical Examiner identifying that victim as 62-year-old Stephen Hull. The stabbing happened on December 14th in the 8200 block of Perrin Vital. Officers say they found Hull with stab wounds near some mailboxes. He was then taken to a nearby hospital where he later died. SAPD still looking for the suspect in this case. Police say when they find them, that person will face a murder charge when they are arrested.
The city of El Paso appears to be busing migrants to warming shelters. This video shows a man who introduces himself as a city management worker. He is talking to people outside in the cold, urging them to accept the offer of shelter. Now, some of the people in this video say they're concerned about this being a trick. The man tells them it will be freezing in El Paso this weekend. El Paso is in the midst of a declared state of emergency because of thousands of migrants living in unsafe conditions. While we won't need an ice scraper for this round of freezing temperatures here, there are some things you should and should not do to make sure your car is prepared for all of this. Erica Hernandez shares how to make sure your vehicle is winter safe.
Battery, antifreeze, washer fluid, tire pressure, all things to check during freezing temps. All equally important in different ways. First, you'll want to make sure your battery is good to go.
Make sure the battery's a healthy battery. If the battery's already weak in the cold weather, it's going to go out pretty quick.
Nanette Newgart from O'Brien's Automotive says to make sure you have a good antifreeze and never put water in the system. Same goes for your wiper fluid.
There's special washer fluid you can put in there that does not freeze as well.
Now, if you notice the last few days your tire pressure light may have gone on, it's important that you don't ignore that.
They can drop up to 20% of air. So that little light's going to go on inside, and you're going to get alerted, but you need to go get the tires checked.
And finally, make sure you give your vehicle time to warm up before hitting the road.
It is important to let your vehicle run about 1.5 minutes in the very cold weather, because you do need everything to warm up and you need all those fluids to start running properly in the vehicle.
Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
It's 2 days till Christmas. Do you know where your gifts are?
If you're still missing a few, don't worry. You are definitely not alone. Garrett Berger headed to Ingram Park Mall today to talk with some other procrastinators doing that last-minute shopping.
Even the cold couldn't keep away the shoppers who were feeling the heat of the last-minute hunt for gifts.
Christmas is tomorrow.
2 days.
2 days, Sunday.
Yeah.
It's not looking good, man.
Rudy Macias had found presents for about 12 of the 20 people he was shopping for.
I'm kind of just like, how do you say, just like free-balling it.
Though the perfect gift can take a bit of looking, even for the seemingly simple, like the jerky and salsa Renee Garza's son wanted.
I started, believe it or not, at HEB 1604 in Bandera, then to Castroville, and then back over here. So
To shop?
To shop for him, just for him. I'm down here to get him the last batch of candies, and that's it. I'm done.
Meanwhile, Angelo Taylor hoped the perfect gift for his wife would hit him as he browsed.
Pretty hard because she's kind of picky. So I'm just looking around to see what they have.
You don't want to forget the stocking stuffers either. Or forget, like some people did, that also comes out of your budget. God, I hope she likes bubblegum.
Stocking stuffers were all the Estalas had left on their list when they talked to us. A good thing, since they normally have 30 to 40 people to shop for.
It's a big family every year.
That's a Latino family for you.
Yes.
But they also started early, like June or July early.
Throughout the year, what we do every month, if we see something we like for somebody and we know it's a good Christmas gift, we'll buy it.
While lines of children also gathered for their version of last-minute shopping.
I'm going to ask for Robux. I'm going to ask for a new iPad case.
Let's hope those requests get in before Santa's workshop closes.
Now, one of the things about coming to the mall is your inner child starts to come out as you get to play with toys and stuff. And unfortunately, when you have adult-sized money, you make adult-sized mistakes based on child-sized impulse. Don't take it before I do. Oh my gosh. Oh, sad and wishing I had this when I was 6. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
If anyone is watching, Garrett wants a stuffed giraffe.
Apparently remote-controlled stuffed giraffe. All right.
Let's take a look at Highway 90 at Couples. Not quite the traffic situation Garrett was dealing with, but things look all smooth out there. We've taken a look at the TransGuide cameras, and luckily for those last-minute shoppers, no real big issues out on the roads.
It's Christmas Eve. Who knows what else we'll see in the next hour. Still ahead on the news at 6, Somerset ISD is celebrating their 100th year. What's changed and why the staff say the school district is so unique.
So I was really fortunate to be able to spend my Christmases with both my maternal and my paternal grandparents. And so my mom's parents, they live up in Iowa. And so every Christmas there was at least some snow on the ground. And so we were able to go sledding and it was just a blast. So that's what our tradition was with them. And then for my dad's parents, my Sue Mama and my Daddy Doc, what we would do is instead of having stockings, we would have nicely knit, homemade knit stockings, but we wouldn't stuff them. Instead, we would have these giant plastic containers, like moving containers, and every individual would have one of those giant containers, and that was your stocking. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Welcome back. I'm Stefania Jimenez, and here's what we're working on for you tonight on the Night Beat. The winter freeze could cause a hiccup for fishermen angling to hit the Texas coast over the holiday weekend. Texas Parks and Wildlife says that 2 million acres of bays and estuaries in Texas are susceptible to freeze. What the department says it's implementing at midnight tonight to protect the saltwater fish. And next time you visit the Bernie Library, you can check out more than just books. A new program is calling more attention to animals that are ready for adoption. Our Patty Santos speaks with Bernie Animal Care Services about how that program works. We'll see you for these stories and a lot more tonight on The Night Beat.
Thanks, Stefania. Somerset ISD is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year, and as you can imagine, a lot has changed over the years.
From technology to new facilities, Tiffany Huerta spoke to staff about what makes the district special.
I'm born blue, bleed blue.
Justin Taylor's family has strong ties to Somerset ISD.
I went to school here. My grandparents were teachers here. My parents went to school here, and now I'm back.
Taylor is the agricultural science teacher at Somerset High School and is continuing his family's legacy.
My grandfather was the ag teacher here, so it's a long family tradition. My little brother was an ag teacher for a little while.
Taylor says tradition, family, and community is what the school district is all about.
Our community is getting bigger and stronger with the leadership not only of the school but of the city. It has been a great experience, and we see our tiny little town becoming a big-time South Bexar County kind of place.
Y'all got a new house? It's a family atmosphere, whether you're from here or not here.
Rosemarie Chapa works for the district.
Our teachers, our staff truly care about the kids.
She graduated from Somerset High School in '87 and says a lot has changed.
When I was in school, I used to laugh because we were small. We were less than 100 of us that graduated.
Chapa says now graduating classes are about 300 students.
This community continues to grow, and the district is investing in infrastructure like this building that was created in 2004, and they're investing in technology.
Chapa says the future is bright for Somerset ISD.
We excel in everything we do, whether it's sports. Our boys just went to our playoffs. Basketball, our teams are great. FFA, our kids are in speaking, UIL, academics, everything. Our school's a place to be. Somerset's a place to be.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Let's take a look outside right now. We have got Sky 12. Looks like over Travis Park there with the HEB Christmas tree. If you want to talk about a good time to go ice skating in San Antonio, this is your weather.
But finding a real winter coat and some gloves and a hat.
And maybe even like the earmuffs and the scarf and everything.
I mean,
yes.
you need to look the part over these next couple of days.
Absolutely, yes. No issues with that ice out there right now. That is for sure in terms of keeping it frozen. Temperatures have already dropped below that freezing threshold for those that were able to climb above that 32-degree mark in spots. And really, as we head into the evening hours and even more so overnight tonight, those temperatures continue to fall. Another hard freeze is expected by wake up time tomorrow and into Christmas morning as well on Sunday. But here's the good news. With plenty of sunshine in place tomorrow and into the back half of the holiday weekend as well, our afternoon temperatures are going to start to warm. So tomorrow afternoon, we're in the upper 30s and low 40s. On Sunday, we're near 50. So starting to see that thawing process take place, and that will continue to be the case as we head into next week as well. But all right, if you are stepping out for any evening activities, definitely bundle up, because you can see the majority of our area, numbers in pink, are at or below freezing here this 6 p.m. hour. We've dropped down to 29 over at the airport here in town, 32 in Pleasanton, now over in Hondo. It's 25 in Rock Springs already and 24 up in Fredericksburg. Now here in town, those temperatures will continue to fall through the 20s here over the next several hours, and it is possible that we see a few clouds stream in as well, but still temperatures are going to be able to cool down efficiently through the overnight. Yet again, we're waking up to the upper teens and low 20s in and around the San Antonio area tomorrow morning. We've got a forecast low around 17 degrees here in San Antonio, 19 up in Canyon Lake, 17 in Rio Medina, 15 degrees is that wake up temperature in Bandera tomorrow morning as well. But there's that sunshine that's going to take us through any Christmas Eve festivities, warming to about that freezing mark at 11 a.m. here in San Antonio. And again, we'll continue to see those afternoon highs warm into the upper 30s and low 40s throughout the second half of the day tomorrow. So warmer than what we found out there earlier this afternoon, around 41 here in San Antonio, as well as Sabinal, Hondo, Divine, 38 up in Bernie, that forecast high for your Saturday afternoon. Even though it is still chilly out there, and that will be the case across the vast majority of the Lone Star State tomorrow, if you are hitting any Texas roadways, we'll put the green light out there for you, because we are expecting that sunshine. No big issues out there on the roads, but do bundle up, because again, it is still going to be plenty cold out there with yet another hard freeze expected by Sunday morning. So no travel issues here on the roadways in the Lone Star State. Where there have been some delays today across the Northeast, that big parent area of low pressure that was responsible for dragging that Arctic cold front into our area yesterday, still sparking and producing widespread snow across the Great Lakes region, reaching up into New England as well. Temperatures falling. It's 37 in Caribou, where that front hasn't really been able to make it there yet, but already below zero in Cleveland. That core of the cold air still across the northern plains, reaching over into the upper Midwest. Minus 10 in Bismarck, North Dakota this hour. Not going to get that cold here in South Central Texas, but still hard freeze preparations still do need to be put into effect tonight, once again into tomorrow night for your Christmas day. Again, we're up near 50 for that daytime high, and then that warming trend will continue through next week, potentially near 70 by Wednesday, and then we'll introduce a few isolated chances for rain by Thursday and Friday, guys.
Oh, so South Texas, 70s right around the corner.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Mia.
Hang on till Wednesday. All right, Greg, some Judson Rocket football players deciding where they will play their next level of football.
We call it early signing day. It gives them an opportunity to enroll in college if they want to, coming up in January. But at the same time, the way it's going, we should call it early signing days, because it's extended now until today, Friday. We're at Judson High School to find out who's going where. And the Cowboys went from being underdogs to favorites now in their game against Philadelphia. Coming up. National National Early Signing Day continued today at Justin High School, where 3 student football athletes signed their letters of intent on where they will play college football, taking place in the main gym. The Rocky campus defensive lineman Johnny Bowens put pen to paper as he heads off to Oregon. Big tight end Gavin Harris, at 6'3", 210 pounds, decided the Ivy League will be best for him at Princeton, and wide receiver Anthony Evans III is headed to Georgia. How about that?
Hey man, I can't turn down this opportunity. And shoot, they winning, so I feel me, and I can come in and make an immediate impact. Shoot, I just came down. I actually flew back in last night from Georgia. I practiced all week, and I balled out. So I'm no looking back.
I started off with the Cornell offer, and I was like, okay, this is Ivy League. I can really do this. So I kept getting into it, and I took an official visit up to Princeton, and it just felt like home. Like all the coaches out there is like family out there. Like some of the coaches from A&M went to Oregon, so like it was a no-brainer.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys started the week off as 6-point underdogs against the Philadelphia Eagles on Saturday, Christmas Eve. But after it was announced yesterday the Eagles be without their star quarterback Jalen Hurts, now the Cowboys have been installed as 4.5-point favorites. Hurts tried to give it a go, but after having that throwing shoulder slammed into the turf by Travis Gibson in the third quarter of the Eagles' 25-20 win over the Bears, it was wasn't a good idea to risk further injury this week. That's a huge setback when you consider the Eagles are playing for the NFC East title and home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs with a win. Going into this game, Dak Prescott is 7-3 against the Eagles, 26-6 against division opponents. What does that say to Prescott going into the showdown on Saturday?
That just shows when you play a team that you're familiar with. Obviously, playing teams twice a year obviously helps, and we're familiar with this team. So, as you said, it's a division game. All the past stats, all the numbers, statistics up to this point in the season, none of that stuff matters. It's about who comes out there, who's more physical, who's focused, and who gets the job better, who gets the job done better in those 60 minutes. So, excited for it.
All right, meantime, after taking the Kansas City Chiefs to overtime only to lose 30-24, now the Houston Texans have to travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans, where they are only 3-point underdogs looking for just their second win of the season. The Texans have been enjoying success as both Davis Mills and Jeff Driscoll have been getting snaps at quarterback during the same games. How has Mills seen defenses respond to that game plan?
Having to defend 2 quarterbacks who are able to do 2 different things, and we have a ton of variations and different personnel and formations in each of our kind of packages, and it just gives the defense a lot to defend and a lot to prepare for during the week. So if we can continue to mix that up, it kind of simplifies what they can do, because they have to prepare for so many looks during the week that they can't add in all these complex blitz looks and disguises for certain coverages. So it just kind of simplifies the defense for us.
All right, kickoff for the Texans and the Titans will be at noon. And check out this, the Valero Alamo as the field is being painted today in preparation for kickoff of their 30th anniversary game this coming Thursday when the 20th ranked Texas Longhorns face the 12th ranked Washington Huskies inside the Alamo Dome. The Longhorns will be arriving tomorrow on Christmas Eve, while the Huskies touch down on Christmas Day. This will be the 6th trip to San Antonio for the Longhorns, where they are 4-1 overall. And this will only be the 2nd trip for the Huskies when Steve Sarkisian, now the head coach of UT, was their head coach back in 2011. Losing to Baylor 67-56 in the highest scoring bowl game ever.
It's always an exciting game.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, thanks, Greg.
We'll be right back.
The House of Representatives passing a key series of bills that fund the government, and they did it just hours before their Friday midnight deadline.
The $1.7 trillion spending package includes aid for Ukraine, disaster assistance, even a ban on TikTok on government devices. But it was not without opposition. ABC's Jay O'Brien with the latest from Washington.
Hours before a potential government shutdown, the House of Representatives passing a $1.7 trillion spending package. The series of bills includes $45 billion in assistance for Ukraine, $858 billion in military spending. That includes a pay raise for troops, and $40 billion in disaster relief for Americans impacted by wildfires, earthquakes, and hurricanes. It also includes protections for pregnant workers, including expanding breastfeeding accommodations in the workplace, funding for childcare to assist low-income families, banning of TikTok on government devices, and reforms of the Electoral Count Act, the law that former President Trump and his allies tried to abuse to overturn the 2020 election. Democrats celebrating.
Indeed, this bill puts people over politics.
But a majority of House Republicans angered by how the deal was pushed through Congress.
The appropriations process has failed the American public, and there's no greater example
of the nail in the coffin of the greatest failure of a one-party rule of the House, the Senate, and the presidency of this bill here.
The yeas are 68, the nays are 29.
The bill passed the Senate Thursday after drawn-out negotiations, 18 Republicans ultimately supporting the package, along with all Senate Democrats.
And I say this about my colleagues, their unity was miraculous. And, wow.
This spending package does not include about $10 billion to fight COVID, something the Biden administration had asked for but faced resistance from some Republicans in Congress. It now heads to President Biden's desk for his signature. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.
Flu season hit harder and faster than usual this year. While flu activity is still high, it has decreased for the second week in a row. New CDC data shows roughly 21,000 new hospitalizations last week. That's down from a high of more than 26,000 2 weeks earlier. That's the week after Thanksgiving. Respiratory virus activity still considered high or very high in nearly every state, and it could get worse with holiday travel and gatherings. The CDC estimates at least 18 million illnesses, 190,000 hospitalizations, and 12,000 deaths from flu this season.
More bad news for Twitter employees just before Christmas. There are more layoffs happening there. Additional workers are being fired as part of ongoing downsizing under new owner Elon Musk. That's according to tweets from affected workers who said the layoffs included employees from the public policy as well as media and entertainment teams. A former Twitter employee with knowledge of those layoffs said the public policy team was cut to about 15 employees. Prior to the takeover, that department had 60 employees. Musk's team laid off about half of Twitter's workforce last month and later pushed out hundreds of additional workers.
A shooting in central Paris has left at least 3 people dead and 3 others injured.
The suspected shooter taken into custody, but so far investigators do not have a motive for the shooting. Here's ABC's Alexis Christoforous.
Police cordoned off a busy street in central Paris after a gunman allegedly went on a shooting rampage Friday afternoon. The city's mayor says it took place at a Kurdish cultural center and nearby businesses. A 69-year-old suspect was taken into custody and transferred to a hospital where he's reportedly in stable condition. Authorities confirm the alleged attacker was already known to police from 2 prior incidents. One of those incidents, an attack on a migrant camp where he slashed tents with a sword in December of last year. He had recently been released from prison. The city's mayor says they do not know the motive for these shootings. The Paris prosecutor's office says potential racist motives for today's attack will be part of the investigation. Anti-terrorism prosecutors have been in contact with investigators. France did see a string of deadly attacks by Islamic extremists in 2015 and 16 and remains on alert for terrorism-related violence. Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
After the break, travel trouble. Millions of Americans dealing with that for the holidays, and now they're stuck due to this winter storm. Hear from travelers what they're going through and the latest on how it's affecting people getting to and from. Next.
Holiday traditions at the Sears household. We decorate for Christmas inside and outside, but we don't start till the day after Thanksgiving. Inside, we always have a nativity scene set up somewhere. And our Christmas morning is when we open up the packages and enjoy our time together. These days, usually just me and my wife for a good part of the day. And then we have a ham for our Christmas lunch. And I want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.